before I pronounce it.
Oh god.
Oh, and I'm going on first? Okay, then. Okay, I'm not listening.
Acaricia la carne de res en la barrera de coral como nadie ha visto nunca, vuela por los cielos como la
esquina del
cigüeña.
mapa, hasta el final en una esquina del mapa que está en el grupo de mapas actual. Tenemos al jugador Terran de color desde Corea que representa al equipo Shopify Rebellion. Olmec Toby. Él es el indicado Man Army mismo haciéndolo por su cachorro. Él es ByuN.
What the hell did you just say?
Sí.
Sí. Oh my god. En la sección inferior de la mapa Berlingrad E tenemos el Protoss, el rosado Protoss, Escariaca, la carne de res en la barrada de coral. Como nadie lo ha visto, cómo seguir, tenemos el Bistork.
Con carne.
Con carne, mate. I said he strokes his beef. Oh god. And then I was gonna try and say that he also flies the skies like a stork, but I bailed halfway through and I just said that he flies. Oh god.
Well, at least he does.
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Also, I accidentally clicked on, because you were like, oh god, I'm gonna have to listen to Google Translate to see what it sounds like. So I clicked on my Google Translate. So as you were doing your intro, the stream was hearing this lady just saying random things in Spanish. Yeah,
That's how we dodge it. We just let Google Translate play instead of actually introing next time.
That's how you do it, man. That's how Cats does it. Let's go.
Beautiful.
Oh god.
I was hoping they would miss the intro, but apparently not. Apparently Twitch did dip for a little second, but yeah, it came back right as we were starting.
Thankfully it did come back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here we go, our first TvP of the day, and what a TvP it will be. We haven't really been able to talk too much about the players, but one of them is a champion, the other is a Terran.
That's right! I just remembered that. No, but ByuN won a couple Sparkling Tunas.
He did. He's won all of them.
He has. Well, he hasn't won this one. Yet.
Oh, yeah, mate. Meanwhile, he gets a little bit too overeager with that Reaper. Bistork does shut it down without losing a single one of his probes. And
I really thought Bistork was going to play normal for a second. I thought, okay, Bistork, normally he likes his Stargates, but, going for a Twilight Council, maybe he just wants to go for some Blink. No, man, not at all. If Bistork does not open with a Stargate, there's only one thing he's doing, and that's DTs.
Exactly, but there's a couple of things that I'm a little bit concerned about. One, obviously the Dark Shrine has been scouted. Bistork did see both Widowmines with his pylon. As he did let his pylon live, he was able to delay an add-on, so he should be aware of this Widowmine drop. But where's the reaction?
No anti-air.
The split, puppy, split!
Yeah, honestly, a pretty good reaction here, being able to split off most of the probes, but once again, he's just completely lacking the anti-air. There's nothing stopping ByuN from scouting that Dark Shrine now.
Yeah, and one thing that's important to note is that ByuN knows he got scouted, and he sees only one Stalker, now a second Stalker to defend. Something's not feeling quite right about this, and he is getting his Raven. He will have detection.
Yeah, he's keeping it at home too, which I definitely appreciate, not getting too overeager, trying to throw some auto targets across the map.
Oh god.
He sees it.
God, the Widowmine shots will go off at the same time DTs are getting ready to dive in, but Like, there's no way the DT's still. No, not again!
Oh, I really thought that Widowmine was going to connect with all the probes for a second. I may as well connect with the Stalkers, I suppose, and Bistork really doesn't have a lot of options anymore, does he?
Oh god, he really doesn't. Feels bad, man. The DTs aren't really doing much at all. Thankfully, they can morph into Archons, but the Widowmine drop comes back in again for the 3rd time.
Finally, the medevac gets taken out, but there are still mines here. Mind you.
Mate, so much damage. So much damage has already been done. 10 workers in total have gone down. Eventually, these Widowmines will get cleaned up, but it's a little bit too late at this point. And ByuN, Bistork, he's got an uphill battle, mate.
Yeah, you never want to see the Terra player and Protoss player on an even number of workers. Well, you do want to see that if you're the Terra player, but not from a Protoss perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Archon has a decent amount of potential to get some delays, but I'm really liking this from ByuN. For getting the add-ons out, just get a quick little Viking out. That way he doesn't have to worry about the War Prism for too much longer.
Yeah, the War Prism would the Viking would really shut this down if he did end up getting it up and running. A War Prism is, like, you know, I guess trying to do what he can, but this is what I'm worried about. If ByuN just pushes out across the map, like, is it just over?
It's definitely. Well, we'll see. Maybe Bistork is able to snipe the Raven and then use a couple of defensive DTs. He almost gets the Raven, but loses one of his Archons in the process, so I think it's just getting from bad to worse for a Pink Protoss player.
Pretty much. I mean, the upgrades aren't done for ByuN, so this is a bit of an anti-timing, but the auto turrets are thrown down. Oh my god, the second Archon gets sniped. Shield battery will not complete, and just like that, ByuN denies the 3rd base. Meanwhile, here at the Natural, what do we have? We have nothing! If ByuN was aware of this, he would probably just go up the ramp. Like, there's just nothing to stop him here.
There really is not, but he's playing it safe. He's waiting for his reinforcements to arrive, this time with medevacs and with stim as well. So we can't afford to be a little bit more reckless. This one Warp Prism is going to have a lot to do to try to pull ByuN's army back, but I'm not entirely convinced, lad. I think ByuN just wants to go straight for the throat here.
Yeah, I mean, Stim just finished up +1, combat shields. He's going to go up this ramp. And sure, there's a shield battery. Sure, it's going to have overcharge, but it's a little bit too late for that. There's actually not enough energy for overcharge. No!
Yeah, the most positive thing that I can really say about this from Bistork's perspective is that at least he sniped the Raven. But other than that, he really has nothing going for him. GG's call, and ByuN takes game number 1.
I thought you were going to say
I think our intros were like half the game.
They really were. I was going to say, I thought that you were going to say that that the good thing for Bistork is at least game 1 was quick, because that was over before it began.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess this is why we see Bistork. You know, he doesn't really stray too far from his Stargate intros. Openings. Intros are a different thing.
Yeah,
and we're not doing Espanol here, are we?
I was gonna say no. That's for the next.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, no pressure. But I was gonna say that we got really excited, and I'm still excited to see a Protoss player open up Dark Shrine, you know, in a TvP. But like, Raven openers are really common nowadays. Like, you know, Terran players, they do play safe, especially if they scout that something is amiss. Like, it does feel really difficult to actually make it work, at least at this level of play.
Absolutely is. Which is why we're continuing our series onto, well...
we are continuing with... Mate, are you forgetting something?
Am I forgetting something? I'm forgetting something.
We had an ASMR intro.
You said we're not doing the intro.
I meant the Spanish one.
Okay. I see. I get what. Okay. I can work with that. All right. Okay. All right. We are going to be continuing our series now on 2,000 atmospheres. LE going to be coming back into a bit of a blast from the past when we were all, when we were all gestating? Question mark. I don't think that's the right term for it. But regardless, we are on the map, and here in the top right-hand corner, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner of the map as I continue this intro, we have our blue Terran player coming down all the way from land of Korea. He is, of course, going to be representing Shopify Rebellion. He is ByuN, and I got a request from Kuro earlier to not play the fanfare, but instead go do.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have a player who just tased an SCV to death, mate.
That is brutal. It goes zip, zap, zip, zap, zip, zap.
He does, mate. He does. We have the man who strokes his own beef while playing StarCraft and does it well, does it vigorously, does it beautifully. He's disgusting. He's Protoss. It is Bistork. Oh my god, but yeah, we had a pretty nice opener here from Bistork. They both ended up losing one worker each, but outside of that, not too much. Once again, Bistork actually opted to go for that pylon in the main base, and with the pylon, he sees everything. He sees the entire opener of ByuN.
Pretty much. I mean, it's got full vision everywhere right now. And just from ByuN, he decided to just lift up his barracks and build the add-on somewhere else. Still able to get the wall.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward wall. It's not orthodox, but it does the job. You know, it's
not quite symmetrical.
At least it is a wall.
Yeah.
Time and time again, we've seen walls that just weren't walls.
That we have. And speaking of walls, Bistork has another Twilight Council. Is he mad enough? Will he do it again?
I mean, he's got a very quick robo behind this as well. I'm very interested to see what he does with his gas, because despite getting a Twilight Council, his upgrades are, like, he hasn't prioritized his upgrades. So this is a little bit inefficient if it is going to be Blink opener.
That's a big if.
Yeah, and it is.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I thought for sure he was gonna go for another Dark Trine. You know, that's just the type of madman that Bistork is. That was genius from ByuN!
Oh my god!
Wow!
I'm so shocked. He gets around and he gets
rocket
killed.
Jumped.
But he scouted the Twilight Council.
Dude, he basically rocket jumped.
He did.
Right on over, or sticky bomb jumped if you're a demo man.
He's rocket jumping his way to the finals, mate. He's oh my god. I didn't even know you could do that. That you could hop over, like.
Yeah, I thought it was too high.
Yeah.
I know you can hop over like supply depots and stuff, but well, I guess vertical measurements are not counted in StarCraft.
I feel so bad for Bistork. Like, he was doing such a good job at just denying
perfect wall.
Yeah, denying the scouting and hiding his tech, and now we have another Widowmine drop, and the shots are gonna go off. What's important is that this is delaying the push as well, because Bistork wants to be aggressive.
Ooh.
Up.
One Widowmine is keeping every single stalker back home right now for Bistork.
The whole army hotkey! The War Prism actually turned around as well!
Oh no. And now ByuN is pretty well set up. I mean, he could have another tank out, which anyway, he's gonna get that second tank out pretty dang soon.
Yeah, the second tank is on the way. First one was already set up. We have a bunker on the low ground. Like, this could still work, don't get me wrong. Especially if ByuN is not in position to protect his tanks, but Bistork is pretty committed.
Very, very committed. I mean, a third base is not even on his mind right now.
It's really not. He does have high ground vision with this observer. He blinks up into the main base, into 2 tanks. Oh god. Oh no.
And look at how quickly the stalkers evaporate. I thought they blinked, but no, they actually just died.
Yeah, you
blinked and
mate.
they were dead.
Exactly, they were dead, mate. They were nowhere to be seen. Bistork, he's forced to expand behind this, but he lost so much already. Meanwhile, at the same time, it looks like Raven harass into the natural base, and oh no, the probes.
This one auto turret got 10 probes. It's about 5 times the SCV kills that Bistork got, unfortunately.
Brutal, mate. Absolutely brutal. Bistork, he's... I respect that he's trying to take a third base behind this instead of just doubling down on a 2-base all-in. It makes sense. It's at this stage of the game, it's hard to make a 2-base all-in work. But it looks like he wants to rush into splash damage. He potentially wants to rush into disruptors.
Alright, well, always a little bit of a risk in PvT, I will say, but there is the potential there, right? There is the potential to just completely evaporate the Terran army as opposed to Colossus, which is a bit more reliable, but also does a little bit less damage. Couple of free tank shots.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
man.
At this stage of the game you have to take every single risk possible when you're up against a player like ByuN. Like he, as nice as Colossus would be, and it looks like he still wants to work on it, disruptors are the very first thing he works on.
Alright, so at least he will still have a pretty strong backbone, but for now he is... What's the opposite of a backbone? He's going entirely for his belly. There we go.
Okay, we do have a little bit of Zealot harass, and yo, this is a lot of lost mining time. Like, damage is being done, and actually ByuN turns around back home.
It's a very valuable warp in here for Bistork. So not only does he even out and actually even overtakes ByuN when it comes to the worker count, but he's also able to delay the push for so long. Is he gonna able? Yes, he denies combat shield just before it was able to finish up ByuN. He's mad now. He's going with everything he's got. And has Bistork been able to buy himself enough time? He has a disruptor out now, but where are the shield batteries? He has 2 disruptors, actually. Will not go off. The target firing from ByuN was absolutely beautiful. Bistork had a little bit of a chance there, but ByuN was not willing to give it to him. GG. ByuN is our first finalist. Well played.
Wow. GG, well played. Bistork, his only hope to defend were those 2 disruptors, and he sent both shots out, but unfortunately, the target firing was too good. Unfortunately, those disruptors were a little bit too far forward. The shots never went off. With that, GG gets called. ByuN moves on to the grand finals.
Indeed, we do. And now, we'll be jumping down to our other semifinals. Might switch servers over to EU for this, as we do have a Poland versus Russia match. And once again, I will ask you, Light, who are you gonna go for?
Oh, that is a good question. And here, between these 2 players, I love seeing Bratok do well, but I gotta put the respect where it needs to be. And Geralt, I know you weren't here last week, but Geralt went
towards the end.
He went all the way to the grand finals against ByuN. He was up 2-0. He was up 2-0 against ByuN. And honestly, it should have been a 3-0. It should. Geralt was robbed.
I did not catch it first 4 games.
Game 3 was brutal. Like, he was looking so good in game 3, and somehow, some way, it slipped through his fingers. And after that, ByuN got the momentum, and he got the reverse sweep. He was able to 3-2 Geralt. But Geralt was looking so good in those first 3 games. I feel like we should see a rematch.
Oh boy.